guys kind of knew going in where you were going to be a little more up in the air this year. How was that sort of different for you, not knowing what to expect?
Yeah, this is a little more anxious of a year. I think we knew last year we were a top four, just where we would be. This year, it's one of those where we knew we could move in a positive direction, but how far? And that's where, the number is a number. And I think the committee is looking at, obviously, the performance in the field, our success in the latter stages of the year, winning the double, the health of your team. And I think all those factors really continue to push us forward, and certainly pleased with the 5 seed.
You're still a little surprised, though, from I think it was the 10 about 10 days ago to get all the way to 5?
Well, I mean, again, I think it's the RPI number is, again, a guide. And so I think the committee looks a lot of things, and we had a lot of positive momentum with all the secondary factors that the committee will look at, which are all documented. Again, it's how you finish in the conference, how you do against teams in the field, your top 50 wins, your success the last 10 games. Winning titles is important. And obviously the Big Ten is a very good conference. So I think all that propelled us. I knew getting to the top 4. I thought that would be really difficult, but man, we were close. But I think rightfully so that the teams all that received that top 4 are all very deserving. So we're pleased where we are, and we're excited for this next stage.
At the beginning of the season, we talked about all the overtime games you had, how beneficial that was for this very young team. Then here at the end of the season, especially in the Big Ten tournament, the games going in double overtime and penalty kicks. How beneficial and crucial is that for this young team as you move forward into the tournament?
Really helpful. I mean, I think we felt the championship game, both semi and the championship. I mean, we were on fire on Friday. We were very clinical. But to have a feel like that in a game that obviously is a championship level game, and a hostile environment, I think says a lot for our team. And then yesterday's game was just a battle, and we had to kind of fight and grit in that second half, in particular when legs started to fatigue. So to do that and to find the way to win in penalty kicks, I think again another step for this team, just for confidence, knowing that if we're in that position again, it's not uncharted territory, which is great.
Do you guys prepare any differently going into something like the NCAA tournament as opposed to maybe just a regular season match?
No, I mean, we'll prepare for, we won't know our opponent until Thursday, but we'll prepare for both. And Kentucky we know obviously really well because we play them every year. And Loyola we've seen a little bit, and they're a very good side. So, no, we have a little longer than we normally do, which is great. We have a full week. Just prepare the best we can physically, and get these guys recovered from a tough weekend, and then obviously start game planning once we know our opponent come Thursday.
Obviously, there's no such thing as an easy bracket, but thoughts on the rest of your bracket and some pretty good teams everywhere you look.
I mean, it's just hard to make the tournament. I mean, and we never take that for granted, honestly. I mean, the numbers here are remarkable. So to be in the field, we're pleased, and whoever you're going to get is going to be an interesting challenge. And I don't think there's ever such thing as a favorable draw in the sense, because even the teams that you may not know much about, there's a reason they're there. I used the example in 17, New Hampshire we knew very little about. That was one of our toughest games of the year. They were excellent, and it's a team we haven't played and didn't really have much knowledge of, and I really had a lot of respect for what they brought to that game. So whether it's a team in the region that like a Kentucky in this case, a Loyola, or it really doesn't matter, and they're all challenging, and so and we do a really good job, I think, as a staff to say don't even look. There's nothing. Don't even focus on who's in your bracket. It doesn't matter, because 1, we got to get there, and 2, they got to get there. So if you can start hypothetical doing these matchups, you're spinning your wheels, and it's true because we can show them history of how things play out, and just locked into the one game.
How was the celebration and trip home last night? The boys get their Wendy's?
The boys got their Wendy's. Yeah, it was a bit of a throwback day. We used to have Wendy's post-game a lot in the earlier years, and they wanted their double cheeseburger on the way back. And since we have a full week, we thought they could splurge a little bit, and it may not have been the best recovery food, but we thought they enjoy that. So again, you got to have some fun with these guys, and again, they're still young kids, and they'll bounce back quick after the Wendy's. But I thought that was a fun moment for the team to kind of have an old tradition that we used to do, reinstilled at the right time.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.